Good morning, everybody. It is the month that we call August, on the date that we call the 28th, on the day that we call Thursday in the year that we call 2025. I hope you're all having an amazing morning. I didn't come on yesterday. I intended to. I didn't have the time. Tuesday, I deliberately didn't come on. I was processing. I was working to process. Um, I didn't mention to you folks Monday because my head was kind of all over the place in the processing of this. My mother-in-law did in fact pass away on Saturday the 23rd, a year and 1 day exactly after we lost Kenny, my husband of many, 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 many years, and my son's father, her son. So exactly 1 year and 1 day after he left, she did too. So yeah, I'm just trying to process it all. The steps to grief. You've all been there. So she's free. She's with her son, her husband, her siblings, her sister and brother-in-laws, her parents, her aunts and uncles and cousins and friends and people that she's loved and lost before her. But for us, it just kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks. So it is what it is. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you all on Monday, but you know how it is when you're grieving. I just knew that I had to come on and do a reading and get it done. And that's what I did. Just right now, I'm just going through the steps of doing what I know I need to do and just focusing on getting that done. And then I just process. I process afterwards. So anyway, there's that. So today, I hope you're all having a beautiful morning. I hope you've had a great week. And I hope everybody is very, very much doing well. I've been reading the comments and the stories to you waking up. And I haven't been able to comment back to some of you. I will go back in and do that. But do know that I've read them. And yeah, my heart aches. My heart aches for a lot of you. But I guess people wake up the hard way through difficult experiences, through experiences that are challenging and difficult and sad. I mean, for all of us, whether you woke up in increments or whether you woke up kind of all at once, like a lot of people have in recent years, it's taken a negative experience to get us to kind of see the light. So, but geez, my heart aches, and very sad stories. And I'm sorry for those of you that have had to go through difficulties in order to wake up. But I guess if you take a few steps back, you can see why these years have been challenging and why they are challenging now, in order to get people to, in order for people to wake up. We don't really, if there's not a challenge, if there's not something difficult. And so that's what we're living through. All right, anyway, we're going to look at the 3-eye atlas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a true story. Only the truth is welcome here. Only the truth, only the truth, only the truth. We are being told a story about what they are calling a comet that they have named 3-eye atlas. And so this comet is moving towards Earth, and there's apparently a whole lot of energy around it. This is what we're being told. And Some people are reporting that there's something within it. They can't tell what it is. It's possibly a spaceship. Other people are saying it's a spaceship that's coming to save us and assist us and all of this stuff. So there's all of these different viewpoints, right, around this 3-eye atlas. So, is 3-eye atlas being used as a psyop on the people? That's a good way to just start out. Is what we are calling a comet that we have named 3-eye atlas being used to psyop the population, the people? Please and thank you. One card, one answer. True story. Is 3-eye atlas being used as a psyop on the people? Oh yeah, it's being used as a psyop on the people. It certainly is, and it looks like it's being done by 17, the good guys. So it definitely is being used as a psyop by 17, the good guys. All right, so just because it's a psyop doesn't mean that there's not some truth in it. It could be, there could be truth and lies mixed into the story because you gotta sprinkle truths in to make things believable. And people are apparently grasping onto this 3-eye atlas. So, second question. Is there any truth in what we are hearing? Is there any truth in what we are hearing about this thing that we are calling a comet that we have named 3-eye atlas? Are there any truths being told about this during this psyop brought to us most likely by the White Hats? Please and thank you. There's an 8. I asked if there's any truth to what we're being told around this psyop, and my answer is 8. So think higher, Lorri. Think higher. Walk away from what my emotions are trying to get me to ask for questions. And allow myself to be guided in a different direction. So there's something to this story that I won't be able to come to on my own. So I'm going to shuffle both of these in, and because of that, I'm going to ask the universe, my highest self, my creator, the creator that loves all in creation, my highest, most compassionate, most loving version of self, my spiritual team, that which is here guiding me, healing me, enlightening me on this journey and this path that I am on in this lifetime, on this timeline that I am here reading this reading to you on. Those who have my highest and greatest good for intentions only and always. To give me a story, a true story only, in a 7-card spread that might help me understand what they want us to know about this psyop that's being used on us right now that we are talking about in the form of a comment that we have named 3-Eye Atlas. So I'm going to shuffle these 2 cards in, and I want a 7-card spread, which gives us a pathway topic and the story around it. And of course, the topic will be represented that we're talking about will be the story that our guidance, because my guidance is working with anybody's guidance who's tuning in here, right? Plus the guidance of the person that asked me to do the reading. So what our guidance would like us to understand around this comet that we've called this thing that's coming towards us, or that we think is coming towards us, that we've called a comet, that we've named 3-Eye Atlas, which is being used as a psyop on we the people. So let's get a full story from their perspective, what they want us to understand or know around this. Please and thank you, because they made it clear that I won't be able to get to these. I won't get to the questions, to the important message on my own. So I'm just going to open the floor and not ask the questions, just ask them to tell the story. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what we get, you guys. Page of Swords is a vibration. It's a waking up. And then we've got okay, so marriages, mergers. Let me get the cards up so you can actually see them. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay, so they want us to know that a lot of people have come together, sort of merged or marriage, to bring us this psyop, to trigger us emotionally. This is a balancing act, though, you guys, so don't get mad, because there's a lot of psyop. Listen, people have been psyoped into a lot of shit over the years. And I realize that there's a reverse programming that's happening. And a lot of psyops are meant to trigger people emotionally because it gets them thinking with this Page of Swords, right? It's a way of waking people up and making them think higher. Because with this Page of Swords, those birds, to me, because I'm an intuitive reader and I read the way what these cards mean to me or feel to me. So with the Page of Swords, it's a fresh energy that comes in. The crown opens up, the vibration lifts, and then we're waking up and we're lifting our vibration way up, and we're like information warriors, and we're lifting our vibration to the point where we're literally causing gale-forced winds, okay? Because we're such a whirlwind of energy. So this psyop is actually meant to just get people to rise up and think for themselves and discern and wake up. It's meant to get people asking questions with that sword. And this is a good thing. This is one of those things that helps to bring balance into people's physical lives, because let's face it, people are very imbalanced here. We don't people just accept everything and they don't ask questions, and it's been a problem over the years. So this is a celebratory thing that lots of people are agreeing that this psyop is actually good for people to trigger their emotions, to wake them up, get them thinking higher, get them to stop feeling all of this fear and lift their emotions higher too, to start kind of a fresh way on this earth plane. What's the fresh way? Clearer emotions, higher vibrational emotions, which come in with this Four of Cups, right? Coming in from the heavens, a clearer way to get us to stop focusing on everything that's just 3D. So it's a way to get people that don't believe in things like that, to get them thinking. This is a good thing. It's a victory lap, and this way of thinking, this fresh way of thinking, this waking up, is to create this whole way of being, this fresher, waking up, asking questions, being curious way of being on the earth plane. It's to create a fresh way of doing things. Because across from the Page of Swords, we have this Nine of Pentacles, because people really have been imbalanced, and they think that only what is here on the earth plane is all that's here. This cycle needs to end, right? And this cycle of what you see here is what is here. So this is actually one of those things, and it's probably why they're putting it on the news. It's to get the people that are incredibly 3D. And I know some of those people that they absolutely do not believe there's life out there beyond us. It's to get these people that are incredibly 3D to look higher, to wake up, to ask questions, to kind of poke at their crown, so that we can bring in a fresher, this is very victorious. Apparently this is getting people talking and thinking. But it is to shift a perspective here on the earth plane and get people out of the 3D and bring people up into this King of Pentacles way of being, where the King of Pentacles doesn't just fall for anything, but he's incredibly fair. He weighs things out, and he looks for evident signs that are very obvious, for him to make his very fair and open decisions. He's open-minded. He's very fair. So this is being talked about. Information is being given around this in the way that it is, to get people thinking, to get people asking questions, to get people talking more. Well, and when I was a kid growing up, there was lots of talk about life out there. Had a whole program going on, right? Lots of talk about it on the news, life out there, right? And then all of a sudden, the program was ended because life out there didn't exist. Forget everything you'd been taught up until that point. No, it's all fake. And now we've got these drops of disclosure that's coming out, and a lot of talk about this. Now this PSYOP that's going on, and they're saying it's a PSYOP to continue to get people to ask the questions, think higher, rise up, open up, look beyond the earth plane, look higher, bring a fresh perspective and a fresh energy into this earth plane, because the cycle of being incredibly 3D is ending, and we're moving into a higher way of being, right? So, and a much more open and fair way of looking at things. So have I read this correctly? Yes, I've read this correctly. So just by doing this psyop, people's crowns are opening. They're seeking information. They're looking at the way they're asking questions. They're being more discerning. And because of that, it's a shift in vibration, and it's victorious. Isn't that interesting? That's so interesting. So I know that that's probably going to be disappointing. I know that's probably going to be disappointing for some people. But listen, I get another question. Because honestly, in my humble opinion, as you're all waiting, because maybe that got exciting to you and you were hoping there was something just really exciting about to happen. I believe that we're not the only life forms. You all believe that. We've all had that confirmation. So I truly believe that our brothers and our sisters from other dimensions, other lands, whether you want to call it other lands beyond or out in space, God's creations, beings, God's beings that God has created into being, who have a higher technology and who have been working through all of who have reached a higher state of consciousness because they did this work that we're doing to get to where they are a long time ago. I believe they're already here assisting us. It's just that it's not public knowledge because people would flip a nut. So I believe that they're already here assisting us in sharing technology and sharing vibration and walking among us as, who knows, people that can influence decisions towards more positive ways of being. I believe that already is true, and so I'm just going to check it out. Am I correct in believing that we're already being assisted? It's just not blatant and in people's face. We're already being assisted by beings that have more technology and have a higher state of consciousness and vibrate on a 5D level and above. We're already being assisted by those beings. Is that correct? Is that correct? Please and thank you. That would be, yes, because we are loved with the 6. There is a sharing from our older, more wiser brothers and sisters, literally with physical things that they share with us, the love vibration that they share with us. And it's because they care about us, because they've seen the damage that has been happening here on the earth plane. And because they answered with such a card, I believe there's more story that they would like to say before we close out. So I just want to check to see if I'm correct in that. Did I give the answer the way you would like me to? And is there more story that you would like to tell? Because that's what it feels like to me. There's a little more story around that, with that love vibration, that sharing, that caring. Because they are our older brothers and sisters, and they do love us, and they see what's happened here. And so they do want to assist us because they see us as their brothers and sisters, their little brothers and sisters, baby brother and sisters. So am I correct in giving that message? And then I'll ask for a second card. Would you like to tell more of a story around that? But we'll get the am I correct in this message first. Yes, I'm correct in that message first. And now I'd like to know, would you like more of a story? Would you like to tell a little story around that we're already being assisted by our brothers and sisters of a higher frequency, higher technology, because they love us, because they care about us, because they've seen what's been happening here and they want to help us. We're already being assisted. So is there more of a story that you would like to just share with us around that? And I can do that in a 7-card spread if you so choose. So is there a little bit more of a story that you'd like to leave us with when it comes to that? Please and thank you. Yes, there's absolutely more of a story that they would like to share with us around this before we close off this reading. So let's get a little story. I'm going to shuffle these all in, and I'm going to do a 7-card spread in regards to what our God, guides, highest selves would like to share with us around our brothers and sisters who love us, who are of a higher frequency, more technology, higher frequency, that are assisting us right now. Anyway, because they love us and they see what's been happening here, and they love us and they want to help us. So they're already assisting us. So there is a story that they want to say, and I'm going to shuffle these in and we're going to get a 7-card spread, you guys. One more, and then we'll cut them 3 times, and we'll get a story that the universe would like to say to us. My hands are so cold. Wow. Yes, you can see them. All right, wow, look at this. Okay, sip of my coffee. Let's start with our pathway. So the story that they want to tell us, that the universe would like to share with us right now, around the assistance that we are already receiving from our brothers and sisters from different places than ours, with higher frequencies, more technology, whatever you want to call these beings. Okay, so the story, let's start with the pathway. Well, first let me just say we have 4 higher arcana cards, which is big picture, so this is a big deal. We have a higher arcana card that is the energy that drives our pathway. So it's a big deal, this energy that's taking place to drive our pathway towards the story that they want to share about us already having our brothers and sisters here assisting us in this. At the head of the pathway, it's death, which death shows you the ugliness so that you can birth into something new. So another higher arcana, right? So we are going through major change here, you guys. And we are being assisted because they love us, because it's time. Why is it time? We have this beginning the story as to why we're being aided by these people. I just don't think of them as anything much different than us, you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say beings again. Beings of a higher frequency. And higher technology and just, more experience, right? More experience. The topic is the moon, and it's because it's time for us to end a cycle here. Ending a cycle, and the moon opens up intuition. The moon gets people talking, making enough more noise about about things so that other people rise up from the surface and are also exposed to the endings of things, the shift in the vibration that the moon brings down, that feminine energy, and the connection with people with their intuition and just their higher powers, right? So it's time for humanity to go through a shift, and we are, and we're being assisted because they love us, it said. But this is very karmic. And so it's that time in history where humanity is rising because of the moon, rising up in intuitive abilities and psychic abilities. We're shifting. We're looking for truths that the moon is revealing to us. We want to end things, and even people that we thought might not want to end things will eventually be affected by the vibration of the endings and the reveals and the shifting that happens with people to get them to connect, clear their emotions, get comfortable being uncomfortable, learn things that they might not have wanted to learn, hear things, talk about things, and kind of open up and just shift gears. So that's what's happening here on the earth plane. Temperance is alchemizing. We're going through great change. We are going through incredible change where we're going to learn to, with temperance, we're going to learn to clear our emotions because she's got her foot in the water. We're going to learn to love the earth because she's got her foot on land. We're going to feel joy in the earthly simplistic pleasures because there's joy all around her in the flowers and the sun and the mountains and the green, right? She's alchemizing the way things are here, slowly and over time. So this has been a slow process, slowly and over time. The moon has been rising people up more into their intuition, more into their guts, opening up their psychic abilities, getting people talking about truths, and waking people up and revealing things so that cycles can end. Across from that, the moon says, you got to go through a lot of illusion. You went through a lot of illusion to get to where you are. So you've got to go through a lot of illusion to what? To come up from that magician where it's all illusion, it's kind of a show, but it's waking people up and it's grounding a higher vibration in, and it's teaching people to use their tools, you guys. So this illusion is creating people to seek truth, because the Queen of Swords is all about straight on truth, and that's encouraging people to seek truth, which is what the moon is doing. Get up, look for the reveals. We're showing you things. Look, see, think differently, right? Like we got last time when I shuffled them all in. Think differently. Again, brought to us by the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is like good military. It's my good military card. It's a very fast moving energy. It's that warrior. We can do this. We're going to do this. It's a very fast moving energy. So the moon has been ending cycles and opening people up via these psyops and its reveals relatively fast, you guys. So things are working to our benefit. And so our brothers and sisters of a higher dimension understand that we have to go through these shifts to reach our best potential, to do this alchemizing, okay? And I would say they're working with our white hats, they're working with our good military, they're working with our leaders. They're already here assisting. They're probably in the ocean assisting the aquatic life. They're everywhere, but we're under the illusion that they're not. And so, but they're already here assisting. So, because we're going through a great period of transition, we're changing. The earth plane is changing. We are changing. We are going through what everybody likes to call the Great Awakening. It's been going on for a long time, you guys. People have been waking up, some in big bursts over a long period of time. But now we're really kind of in the thick of it, right? And the reason why people start, like a lot of people woke up in a big burst in 2012. A lot of people in 2018. Then again in 2020. Then again in 2021. A lot of people woke up in a big burst in 2001. And this has been going on throughout history. And some people have been gradually already kind of aware and awake, and they learn one thing and then another thing and another thing and another thing. But it's all to create us to get to this place of great transition, and we are being assisted. And we do have to go through the illusion to get us to seek the answers and to ask the questions and to sort of start looking to our highest self and our team and our guides, grounding more of that heaven in, using our tools to give us the answers that we're looking for, which does lift that vibration and shifts everything. It clears us. There's a lot to be said in this layout, you guys, but we're definitely being assisted. Temperance says it's time. All this old way of being is being alchemized. And with that, so will a lot of the illusion and the secrets that were hidden. But for right now, we're going through yet again another psyop to get people lifted up, asking the questions, seeking the knowledge, wanting the truth, tapping into their intuition, following their higher guidance, and connecting into heaven to bring us in to help us with this shift, right? So we're ending a cycle here on the earth plane. We're being helped with that. And it's just like a lot of illusion that we'll be living through while they're helping us with that. They're getting us ready, right? Not everybody would be ready for the spaceship to land and for people to come out and say, we come in peace. They just wouldn't be ready. But, we're getting ready to cross some pretty big rivers, bridges, and streams, you guys. They're saying that there needs to be a reveal as the moon reveals things and ends things, and the magician is creating a lot of illusion. The whole point of the illusion and the whole point of the moon revealing things is they're working in conjunction with death. And death comes in and shows you all the ugly so that you want to clean it up and birth something new. So we're going through the psyops so that we can see the lies. We're going through the illusion so that we can see the bullshit. We're waking up uncomfortably so that we can see how they put us to sleep. All of these things, but we're definitely being assisted, and this is a very karmic time with all of these higher arcana cards. And we have more bridges, rivers, and streams to cross where we're going to continue to see the ugliness so that we can continue this transformation with temperance. But we're already being helped. They're already here assisting us. Because as you can see through this layout, this is not an easy time for humanity. This is great change. This is uncomfortable. This is difficult. So we're being assisted. We're being assisted already. They're here already helping us. So have I delivered this message um, correctly and pretty well for my human abilities via the cards? Please and thank you. Have I done a good job delivering this message? Please and thank you. All right, I hope that you guys have found some value in this today. They've got a little more to say, so I'm going to let them talk off of this. So they're saying, hang on a minute, Lorri, we got some stuff we want to tell you. So, all right. Hold on. Hold on, they're saying. Humanity has gone through a lot, okay? The days of these systems keeping people down and keeping people impoverished and telling people what to think and what to feel and how to be and what to do, doing everything in their power to keep people down and sick. The world over has been very successful over a long period of time. They were incredibly successful, okay? And so 17, the star, transformation, is going about, this is where miracles happen, okay? The star, that's 17. 17, you guys. It's going about the business of enlightening people. When you're enlightened, you expand, right? And revealing things to people to get people to feeling. He's very empathic, okay? The King of Cups is super empathic. So through this process, it's bringing people back into their empathy, back into their compassion. That's the whole point of all of this. Like, we can't just rise higher and be cold. We need to be compassionate. Humanity is meant to be empathic. We're meant to be bundles of feelings, but good feelings, right? And so 17 and all of our brothers and sisters that are working within this mission to enlighten and wake people up are working on our behalf, even though they're pulling psyops. It's for humanity's highest and greatest good to bring us back into our most feeling, compassionate, gifted selves. That's where humanity is going. That's what this is all about. And because for a long time, we were in this place, the world over, because they were very successful in creating those lower vibrations with us. So we're going through this stuff. We're being psyoped. We're being helped. We're being enlightened by teams of people, including our brothers and sisters that are working with these teams of people. We've got 2 of these cards right here, which tell me this is 17 and this is my good military, right? Many people of a higher perspective, higher frequency, higher way of being and consciousness. Many beings working together to bring us this enlightenment and to help get us back to those divine, loving, empathic, intuitive, incredibly psychic people that we were meant to be when we were created by our Creator. because we've got that spark in us. So don't get mad about the psyop. Just continue. Just know that humanity is on a good track. We're on a good track. How about that? 17 wants to transform all of this, right? Total transformation. Not just here, but everywhere around the world. Because everybody around the world has been, the vibrations have been lowered via these systems and these people in power and the psyops that were done on us to bring us lower. For instance, just that simple psyop of you need somebody else to help you connect with God. Your pastor, your priest, your whatever, instead of go within like Jesus taught. Be still. You know, God is everywhere, in you and all around you. So just think, like people have been brought to very small beings via these systems. But we're going through a period of great change. And we are being assisted by many. People of our own planet, people, our brothers and sisters from a different, I don't like to say the word alien. It's ridiculous. It's not a word I want to say using in the midst of a reading like this. Our brothers and sisters of higher frequencies in a higher state of being, in a higher state of consciousness. They're all helping us. It's an assistance for us to come back into being those divine beings that we're meant to be. So have I delivered the message? Did I do a good job delivering the message? Please and thank you. One more, and we'll cut them 3 times. Have I delivered this message to the best of my abilities? Please and thank you. Yes, I did, with that king. So, even though the stories that we're hearing around 3i Atlas are kind of psyoping us and whatnot, know that we're already being assisted. Things are already, those beings of a higher state of consciousness, those beings of a higher state of technology, they're already assisting us. They're just not coming on a comet, and they're not just going to land their spaceship or their means of travel, down somewhere and come out and make everything known to us. But we're already being assisted. That's what I'm getting. Take from it what you will. Toss the rest. That's how we do it. But that's what I got on 3i Atlas. All right, you guys. I love you all. Keep vibing high. Stay in that love vibration. Stay in that joy vibration. Keep lifting your vibration. Keep opening your crown. Keep opening your third eye. Keep doing your shadow work. Clearing out those energies that keep us low and keep us sick. Open up your pathways, do your chakra work, do your shadow work, do your emotional healing, pull in love, pull in light, pull energy in a good way, send energy out, do all of those things to practice being your divine self, and enjoy every minute of it, because every bit of work we do makes us feel better, lighter, and it opens us up to divine messages. So, all right, you guys, I love you all. Stay joyful, stay loving, vibe high. Enjoy your day, and I will see you all very soonish. All right, take care. Bye.